23 police officers and thousands of other people.
But we did as a country come together that day.
We did.
We sure did, you
And
know.
we were proud to be Americans.
But is
that
that what
day.
it has to take? I mean, should we have to be attacked all the time? You know, we are being attacked right now. We're at war with these people that don't seem to like us very much. And if we don't join their religion, they want to kill us. That's in their Quran. And they are the ones that want us dead. That's unfortunate. They want to put their flag over our White House. That's what they said. So we are at war. And
We are at war.
fortunately, we have our veterans and our service people going over to foreign countries, fighting them there, like we did in World War II and all other wars, to make sure that they don't come here, and that's why we haven't been attacked here. But if I may mention, I'm involved with military issues with the Commission of Veterans Affairs and that sort of thing, and I'm not representing them, but I will mention that I'm also a director of the Home of the Brave
In Milford.
in Milford. The Home of the Brave is in existence now for 20 years, and what we do is veterans who are down in their luck, not doing very well, are homeless, things have gone bad for them, we take them in and try and reintegrate them to society through education and counseling and everything else, and we give them a place to stay for as long as they need, and then get them straightened out and try and go out and get them jobs.
And it's been very successful.
Very successful for 20 years. Big issue now. Anybody who out there has a way of maybe trying to help us out, we are now opening up one for women. We have the building. It's about $200,000, and we're trying to scrape the money together. Get together. That's New York. Together. 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 Get the money together to try and get one for the women and their children. A lot of people don't realize the women are on the front lines pretty much now, just as the men are, and they're going through the same problems, post-traumatic stress disorder, and that sort of
So
thing.
cash donations is what you're looking
Anything
for.
we can get to get that thing off the ground. We're trying very hard. We're going to all like
Fundraising
agencies.
ideas would be welcome.
Anything like that.
Okay,
You know.
now, how can somebody get in contact with you, or who should they get in contact
Want
with?
to give my phone number?
Sure.
Okay, it's 302-629-4141. I'm one of the persons in charge of trying to finance this thing and get it off the ground. And we are doing very well. We are getting contributions, but you can never really get enough because we still, don't forget, have to maintain the original Home of the Brave as also trying to get this thing off the ground.
Correct.
And we're trying to put in for grants and that sort of thing, which is what you always do, but it's just not, it's not easy, like everything else. Money's tight. And somebody said to me, well, why would you want to do this now with money being so tight? Because we can get a $450,000 house now for $200,000. That's why.
Right.
And if we can just get some people who are holding on to their money, some military organizations, or it doesn't have to be military, any other organizations you have out there, Moose, Lions, all these different organizations, if you want to help your veterans, just like Dave mentioned before, Wounded Warriors, that's a good program. But I have to say that not all the money given to Wounded Warriors, as great as it is, because they have fundraisers out there, goes all to the Wounded Warriors. We get 97% of the money we take in goes directly to these veterans, which is, it's all good. It's all good, you know.
So,
but
so if with your new project here that you're starting, do you have somebody that knows how to write grants?
we do. Linda Boone is
Okay.
in charge. She's the executive director, and she's done it before, and she's fantastic at what she's doing.
So
but
you've got that covered. Somebody
pretty
that knows
much
how to
have that
write grants.
covered,
Because
yeah.
I know there's a special way you've got to write grants. and
yes,
it's-
apparently
they're-
there is,
they're Very,
and because money's
very
tight, a lot of
specific.
them are not giving it out right now.
yeah.
And
I have a question. It seems a little, doesn't matter a whole lot, but are donations tax deductible?
I believe they are. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, they are tax deductible. Yes.
So you're looking for anybody that might want to consider a pledge or a donation.
Donation or as you mentioned yourself, do some kind of a fundraiser for their organization.
Right.
A lot of people are doing that. We just had the American Legion here in Harrington, and I wasn't even aware of it. They called me up there and they said they reached out to different organizations and other veterans organizations, and they had a little event here last Saturday. And I asked if I go up there, and they all brought in checks and amounted to several thousands of dollars.
Wow.
And that's the kind of thing that we need to get this thing really
Right.
floating. So it's anything, any way you want to do it. You know, I've been sending letters to everyone and trying to get some donations, but that's just one of the programs we're in. As I said before, our veterans now, our military people are the ones out there that are doing things to prevent 9/11s from happening again. You got to realize that. And they're going through a lot of stress, a lot of problems. And the way we're fighting this particular war, it's not like previous wars where you go after an enemy. It's, you know, they're being blown up and they're being hurt, and
They're fighting an enemy that doesn't
they
even
can't
have
see
Kind
it.
of a
It's all
faceless-
bombs on a highway, and and they have to, before they can actually engage the enemy, they have to call their base, and their base, believe it or not, has to call Washington to get approval. And the first question, is it possible a civilian can die? And if it's possible, then they can't fire. So you can't fight a war like that, but that's the restrictions, that's the way this is being done, and it's not the soldiers' fault.
Right.
They come back, they're doing the best they can do under the circumstances, and they're doing a great job, and they're making great sacrifices for our country. We all know that.
I agree, absolutely. So your number again is 629-4141?
414, that's my home number.
So 629-4141. Call you right at home.
At home, and we'll make arrangements to do something. I'll send you whatever you need, literature, or tell you how you can help out in any way you possibly can.
Excellent.
If somebody has a group, are you willing to come and speak?
Absolutely, absolutely. If you want, I'll be more than willing to do that. I do that all the time. I can give you the specifics as to how we're trying to do this and what the basics are for, where we're looking to go forward with this, and how it's going to help these females, and how we have been, as you said before, successful with the men for the last 20 years. Home of the Brave is not something you hear much about. You hear Wounded Warriors, and that's where a lot of their money, in a great way, goes out for advertising and everything else, and that's why it's successful. And it does go to the right people. But we don't advertise that way, which is, we don't have the money for advertising, so if we could do that, we'd probably make more money, but we'd have to also spend a lot more money to get this off the ground.
Now, the Home of the Brave, is it a nationwide organization, or is it just...
There are other places like it in and around the country, but this is a very unique place done by veterans who realized that veterans were having problems. I believe one of the original starters, who is still on our board, Les Stevenson, they found a couple of veterans from Vietnam War living under a bridge. And I believe that's how this got started. They said, you know, what's happening? I see you under here. I told you we're down there. And they talked to them and said, well, veterans, we have no place to go. We can't get a job, and blah, blah. And they went out and they started this thing, got it off the ground, brought them in, and from there it's been going. We have a large turnover. The actual fact of how many we've helped, I don't know. But it's been many, and we're constantly working. We have so many beds, and we're constantly replacing people, getting them back out. And then it's just another organization. There's many, many organizations out there trying to help our veterans. And thank God, for the first time in a long time, our veterans are respected now more than they ever have before.
Yes.
Remember, Vietnam guys were spit on. Like, a soldier goes where he's told to go. He does what he's supposed to do because the government says so. And then they come home because the people back home didn't like where they went and what they did. They take it out on the veteran. No, take it out on the government if you don't like where the soldiers are going. You know, it's not the veterans' fault.
Right.
I agree. Well, Al, I am going to thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you for your service and
Thank
your
you.
commitment to our country, and to be involved and get involved when it wasn't easy to get involved. So
Thank you for having me,
that.
and thank you if anybody out there can do anything to assist these veterans, and give me a call and we'll see what we can do about that.
Absolutely, yep.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Al.
Okay.
All
Take
right,
care.
We're going to take a couple commercial breaks, and we will be back. And we got some more stuff to talk about.
Yep, we do. We'll be
All right,
back.
We'll be right back.
Atlantic Aluminum Products in Greenwood, Delaware wants you to know that if you've been waiting for the best time to purchase a sunroom, screen room, or replacement windows, now is the best time.
My wife and I just had a great experience. They met all of our expectations. Can't say enough about the service.
The final price that we were given was the exact price that was estimated.
We're very happy with our sunroom. We use it every day. We don't know why we didn't make up our mind to do it sooner.
Stop waiting. Start living. Call Atlantic Aluminum Products today for a free.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and I've opened a new store on Route 113 in Ellendale. Stop by and say hi.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller, and you know I sell everything but the kitchen sink, and guess what I'm selling? I'm selling sinks. That's right, single bowl sink, $37.50, double bowl sinks, $57.50. I've even got some dirty bowls. Come on into Weller's in Bridgeville and get them while I got them.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey, when you need a trailer, think of me, Jim Weller, the man, the myth, the legend. I love deals. Hi there, everybody. Jim Weller here from Weller's in Bridgeville, and I also sell cargo carriers. Maybe you need one like this to carry your gear on or luggage or something. Maybe one like this to carry a scooter. Maybe you're a hunter and you need one to take the deer home and show it to everybody. We got cargo carriers at Weller's.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here. I got something brand new that you need to come take a look at. They're called Argos. We've got them in stock. These things will take you where a four-wheeler won't and where a boat can't. So if you need one of these or want to check one out, come on into Weller's in Bridgeville. They're a lot of fun.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Flagpoles, 20-foot tall aluminum telescopic flagpole on sale now at Weller's in Ellendale and Bridgeville. $287. It holds 2 flags, comes with one, and you get a free solar light. That's a $100 value. All of this for one money.
Tell me when we're back. Tell me.
We are almost back.
We're almost back?
We're back.
Where'd you get that hat?
Huh?
What's your wife think of that hat?
I got that down at
Oh,
Cuba.
she's on the phone. Don't say nothing. Unlimited internet. Don't
Doesn't
say
it look like a Cuban hat?
Yes, it does. Would you trade that for some repair work? All right, we're back. It's Catch It Live. I'm Jim Weller, Colin Walls, and this is my wife, Denise.
And this is my new hat.
And this is Colin's new hat. Let me try that thing on.
Put that on. And
Tell
don't
me what you
get, don't
guys
get any
think.
hair in it or anything.
I won't. How's
It's
it look?
a little
It
small
sits
for your
under.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt it. All right, couple things. We're going to be here for about another half an hour. And I went on a trip recently, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, but I need my wife to kind of steer me where we went and so on. So we left home
Did you
first.
introduce your wife?
I did, Denise.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention.
That's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm used to not being listened to. But anyway, so I can't even remember. Let me think. We left home 5:30 in the morning a week ago Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, we were headed to St. Louis, Missouri, and we weren't flying. Okay, we were in a vehicle.
It was a road trip.
So road trip. And so the first place we went was.
Flight 93.
Did we eat before that?
Yes.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
I remember that now because I started out doing real good with oatmeal.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So then.
And it all went downhill from there.
It all went downhill from there. So then what was next?
Flight 93 Memorial.
Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
Have you been there?
We actually stopped. There was a rest stop there when we went to Iowa summer before last, and there was a big memorial there. I guess this rest stop is real close to it. I didn't even realize we were that close to it, but yeah, they had a big memorial at this rest stop, so I went near there.
Near there.
I had no clue it existed. They're not done yet. They're still going to build onto it. Didn't they say they were going to build a
Yeah, 'cause-
building where the plane actually
right,
landed?
Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. And did you notice all the big windmills up in that area?
I think
The
we
ones
did
that
see
make
windmills
electricity?
there. Yeah, I thought they were fans. I thought it was hot up there, and they just turned them on in the summer.
I think they make electricity, but I'm not sure. But they all sounded like jet airplanes, like the one in Lewis.
Yeah.
That makes all the noise. But anyway, so we went there to that. Then when we left there, the best way I can describe it is we went to this place where a man built a house over top of a waterfalls.
The man is Frank Lloyd Wright.
Right.
Correct.
Frank Lloyd Wright is kind of the father of the arts and crafts movement.
Yes.
So the
You mean
and
like
the
crafts
craftsmen.
and things, baskets?
No, arts and crafts style house and
Okay.
furniture and things. Craftsman houses, as they called them. So
And all
anyway.
the time I'm thinking Sears.
Right.
When you say crafts.
Well, actually, during the Craftsman movement, you used to be able to order a house in a box and
I actually
From
know
Sears.
somebody
from
that owns
Sears.
one.
Yes.
I know somebody that owns one.
Really?
Louise King.
Really?
Yep. I don't know if it's her house or a house near hers that's on some land.
I don't think it's her house.
Okay, but they.
I would like to see that.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
that is pretty cool. I hope I'm right on that.
House in a
Louise,
box.
If you're watching or listening.
It's a Nanacoke, probably, Jim.
But anyway,
Anyway.
so
Sorry.
we went to see the house on the waterfalls, but we didn't get tickets to go in the house.
2
All
weeks
the way there,
in
we're debating
advance.
the cost of it, right?
Yeah, because it was like $23 a piece to
Right.
get in.
And we were thinking, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Worth it? Then we get up to the gate to find out it was sold out anyway.
Apparently, it's worth it.
Right. Apparently, it's worth it. So anyway, but we got to walk around and get a little winded and get some exercise. and
That
it
was
great.
$8
Now, I thought,
$8 each.
each to walk
Each.
around the grounds.
wow. Now, I
Right.
thought you could, if you brought your own raft, you could go upstream and just get on the river
I don't think
and
so.
raft right into the house,
Right.
right?
That's what I
Because the
was
river
thinking.
runs right through the house, doesn't it?
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
but I didn't think quick enough.
I don't think it runs through it. I think it's sitting on it, and the water runs underneath of
Underneath
it.
it.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
it kind of looked like
You're
in
thinking
pictures.
it ran across the living room floor. Is that
Like
out the patio?
like you hop in the river to get over
Right.
to the kitchen and then jump off.
So you're playing your movement in the house around the tides. Do rivers have tides?
Not that
No.
one. It all
But
just
anyway.
runs down.
All right.
Okay.
So we went from there. Then what did we do?
We went to Wheeling, West Virginia, where our
Oh,
hotel
yes.
was, and then remember the locks?
Oh yeah,
Quite
Okay.
interesting.
that was quite interesting. It's like where these boats go in. I mean, we're talking little boats.
This is Wheeling, West Virginia.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Is that where they were?
Yes.
And there was
Now
a
this-
nuclear power plant there.
Yes.
I have
And that's-
never seen a power plant glow like that thing did.
Green glow.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Wheeling, West Virginia is the little part of West Virginia that kind of sticks up. It's in Pennsylvania and Ohio and
Right,
all
it's-
right there, and it's real short.
Yes.
Area
Very
of-
short.
Good
distance.
hotel though. Wasn't that a good hotel?
Yeah, that was a good hotel.
Great restaurant. Listen to this. I ordered a cheeseburger, and I'd like extra onions. And they must have sliced up a whole onion and brought it on the
was
plate.
full
I
of
mean, a
onions.
pile of onions. You
They
wouldn't
said, we'll fix
believe.
him.
You ought to see his face when they smelled it.
I mean, big onion, what about that thick? Anyway, so we stayed there. I do want to say Priceline. If you can get Priceline down really good, we traveled with Doug and Robin Ritter, and Robin is a master at getting 3- and 4-star hotels for like 60, 70 bucks a night.
The hotel you had in St. Louis,
Yes.
I know what the one next door to it costs because we stayed
We
there.
were at the Hyatt Regency,
And you got the one
65 bucks a night.
crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's kind of neat to watch her do it. It's very exciting when you get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we stayed in Wheeling.
Yes.
What in the world did we do in Wheeling? Some really nice bike trails, but we didn't bike, but we saw them.
Right.
And then what? I can't remember. That's what I need your help with.
There is a suspended bridge there, which
Yes.
we didn't do this time, but we
But we've
have
walked
walked it
across
before.
it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We love bridges. We have a lot
Yeah.
of bridge stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
You even listen to the bridge, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, then what? We left Wheeling,
Yes.
and what happened next? Help me remember.
Let me think. Then we went to the Zanesville Y Bridge.
Yes. This is a bridge that's shaped like a Y. Right? Why it is, I don't know.
Zanesville, Ohio.
Zanesville,
Yes.
Ohio.
Okay.
Yep. And then we went, Denise was going to go and take a better picture of it. So there was this bridge that trains go across. And she starts walking out there, and we're thinking, what would she do if a train came?
Run.
Run.
Jump. Something.
Yeah. So anyway, she decided to not do that.
Right.
Then we saw this place where you drive up and get way up high. And you can see a lot of these pictures if you go to Jim Weller on Facebook, and you can see all these pictures.
Right.
But anyway, we went and did that. Now, is that the same place we found all them statues?
Yes, in Zanesville. It was a
we
bronze
made a wrong
statue.
turn on a one-way street.
The
For
wrong
real.
way.
The wrong way. Took us about a block to figure it out.
Yeah.
We were thinking, well, these people driving the wrong way. But we found all
That
these
wasn't a
big-
one-way street, too, was it?
Yeah.
It was a one-way.
We were going the wrong way on a one-way
one-way
street.
Was it a dead end, too?
Wasn't a
No.
dead end.
Wasn't a one-way dead end street?
No.
That's good.
Okay. But anyway, a one-way dead end street. Anyway, and then we stumbled across this place that makes statues, like big horses, and there was one that was a big dog, and all these little sheep and everything. They were made out of metal or something like that. They were
Wow.
all up and down the sidewalk in front of this place. was kind of neat.
So when is yours being delivered? The one
Well,
with
I
you?
have-
Talking about
Have
it.
him
Yeah, I
It's
gotta have one
self-made.
commissioned.
Right. So when you're not Jimmy's Grill on Fridays, we bring this
Yeah,
bronze
right.
statue of you in.
Right. All right.
All right.
So then what?
Warthers. Actually, we did the Warthers
Oh.
before the Zanesville Bridge.
Warther. Say it for me.
Warthers carvings. Yes.
Okay. This man was like a master carver.
Wow.
Oh, and he really carved mainly trains. And everything he carved, they said that the day he started on it, he would tell you when he was going to be
They
done.
hold it up there
Then.
with the camera. Get a
The
little bit
white
closer.
is like, is it bone?
It's ivory.
Ivory.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So it's ivory. So
Yep. But you can flip through some of the pages. His wife collected buttons. And for those of you that did watch my Facebook page, there is a snake video on there that happened at this place.
maybe that'll be our video of the week next
That
week.
might be.
Maybe that
Yeah.
will.
But anyway, so we went there. It's like a museum. I've been there twice. It's well worth going and seeing. But the one thing that I saw there that absolutely amazed me is these pliers. I'll wait till Colin is done with the thing. All that stuff moved and everything. But it's these pliers. The pliers start out just like this. If
No.
you can see.
Was that guy there?
No, he has passed away, and his
Okay.
children and grandchildren are
Down
running
to
it.
4 generations.
4 generations.
Wow.
It's now just. Oh! I forgot one big part. He always had a hard time getting good knives, so he started making his own knives.
Wow.
So we went there, to see the museum and everything. So it's a museum tour, but you also can buy knives there. They make knives, and if you bring them back for as many times as long as you want, they're always resharpened free.
Wow.
Or you can ship them in. You have to pay the shipping. But while we were there, the one thing, it would be this guy married one of the granddaughters.
Yes.
So he would be an outlaw, married him. But he took a piece of
outlaw.
wood like this, okay? And he made this. This is the one thing about this man's carvings, so they were all one piece of wood. He could carve a cane that had balls inside of it that moved up and down.
Kind of rattle around in
Right.
there.
But they all were one. It was never
Started out as
taken
one
apart
solid
to do
piece.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So this is a piece of wood. This is a pair of pliers that open. But it's all one piece of wood.
So there's the solid piece of wood. This is what
Right.
it starts out as.
And here's the pliers. So I got
Here's
all
what it ends up as.
intrigued. All intrigued.
Actual
I want to
working
learn how to
pliers.
do this. Because the guy could do it like in 4 or 5 seconds.
Right.
So needless to say, I bought a knife.
A whittling knife.
A whittling, a Weller whittling knife.
Yes.
And then he said, you're going to really need these. Because these fit on your thumb. He said, because you're going to cut your thumb a lot. And so it's supposed to help protect it. So anyway, I haven't tried yet. Because after the...
You want to demonstrate now? Want to try now?
After the tour and everything, I had the lady go back and ask the guy if he would come out and teach me. And she's like, well, gosh, if you got enough nerve to ask him to do that, I guess I better go ask. So I bought a whole bunch of these little things, and I bought a knife, and I got some instructions, and we're going to see if I can learn how to do it.
All right.
Okay? So that was very interesting, in my opinion. Then we go outside, walking around the gardens and everything, and we're sitting there, and Doug is getting ready to take our picture. And we're sitting there, and I said to Doug and Robin and Denise, I said, don't get freaked out or anything. But there's a great big snake climbing up the tree.
We're talking like 6 foot long
I
black
thought it was
snake.
12 foot long,
Okay,
but
whatever.
it was huge.
It was big.
They always
It
look
was
bigger than
taller
they
than
are.
me. To give you an idea how tall it was. It was taller than me. But anyway, so it's climbing up a tree, and I'm videoing it, and Doug's videoing it. He keeps getting in front of me, getting closer and closer. And I keep thinking, can a snake lunge as far as his length? So if it's 6 foot long, he can lunge 6 foot. And Doug's about a foot from this thing, holding his little camera like this. So anyway, when you watch the video, the person in front of me videoing is Doug. But that was a lot of fun.
We need Doug's video.
We need Doug's
Yeah.
video.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
closer.
And Doug is Brooks's dad.
Yes, he
Yes.
is.
Brooks can get us the inside track on that
He
video.
can.
Then. All right.
He can. So anyway, then we went on from Werther's Museum to Wendy's and had lunch.
We
Okay.
stayed in Dayton, Ohio. That was
Dayton,
our
Ohio.
destination.
Yeah. What did we do there?
Nothing. I think we just.
Nothing?
Yeah, I don't think we did it. We were
I
tired.
can't remember.
I don't think we did
Okay,
anything.
then after Dayton, Ohio, what was next?
Well, we were heading to St. Louis was our next destination, but we went to Indianapolis and
Oh,
ate at the Three Sisters.
But on the way to St. Louis, didn't I have the wrong states in the GPS?
Yes. That was after Three Sisters. He had us heading to Michigan, and it took us a half an hour to figure it out.
We're going the wrong way.
We would ended up in
Because
Michigan.
you know, in your thing, you have to change the map sometimes. Different states.
Right.
My
Okay. Right.
GPS,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So there was a town with the same name.
Oh
Same
yeah.
street
Oh,
and
yeah,
everything.
Really?
It-
Same street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street. And then they had a North Main Street and a South Main Street. So anyway, we got going the right way, and then what was next? We were headed to St. Louis.
Right. We stopped at Indianapolis and had lunch at Three Sisters Cafe, which is where Guy Fieri filmed one of his programs. He's on the Food Network, and he has a show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Yes.
And so me and Robin had their specialty that he showed on his show. It was what was it? It was like a pulled pork sandwich
Yep, I remember now.
with cooked kale in it and a slice of some kind of cheese on a big roll, and it had some kind of dipping sauce. So you pick up this big roll with all this meat coming out,
Yep.
and then you dip it in your dipping sauce, and then you eat it. And it had applesauce, and the applesauce was the smoothest applesauce I had ever tasted.
So was it as good as he made it out to be?
Yes, yeah, it was very good. It
And
was real.
he was
filling,
there and you
though.
got him booked to come on the
No,
show
we
when?
didn't get all
Oh,
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Darn.
Okay.
So after that, what did we do?
We just went
And that
into
little
St.
town
Louis.
had a lot of bike trails too.
Yeah.
Biking.
Biking is big.
Yeah.
Biking is big. So then we went to St. Louis.
Right, seeing the arch way in a distance. That's
Oh,
a big
yeah.
thrill, you know, when you're quite a ways away on the interstate, and then you're just you're hanging out the window trying to get a picture
Right.
of it. And then once you cross this one bridge, it's right there,
Yeah.
full scale right there. So that was
It's
a thrill.
huge.
Yeah.
It's bigger than
It's-
Lincoln, to give you an idea
Yeah,
how big the arch is.
it's pretty nice.
I
It's
even-
amazing.
I
It
got
is
some
It is
statistics.
amazing.
The thing is like 630 feet high. But what's neat is the sway. It's only, I can't read that. Is that
18 inches in a
In,
150-mile-an-hour wind.
Right. So if you happen to be up there in a 150 mile an hour wind, it's only going to sway 18 inches. So you're pretty good. Half inch to 1 inch in a 20 mile an hour wind. Costs $13 million to build, and the projected life is 1,000 years. Isn't that something?
It's made out of
Wow.
all stainless steel.
All stainless steel. It was very neat. Now you can actually go inside and go up in a little thing.
Did you?
I didn't
I didn't either.
because
I did.
I figured if something were to happen to Denise, our children deserved to at least have one parent
Well, who was going to catch her?
who was going to catch
If it
her.
fell or something.
I'm not sure.
I cannot picture going that far and seeing that arch and not going in it.
I didn't want to go in it either.
I can't picture going that far and going in the arch on purpose. Okay.
It was.
It was fun.
did it.
Brooks went in it?
with
Yeah,
us.
Brooks did
was
it.
there.
Brandon did it. Denise and
You were worried
Robin
about the weight
and
limit
Megan.
with Brandon in it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So we did that. We went to that, and then we got broke into. We went to find this bridge. There's this Route 66. It's kind of like Route 113. It goes from here to there. Route 66, I guess, used to be a main road. You know, I
Here to
forgot
there.
the yogurt place or the whatever it was.
Ted Drew's frozen custard.
Yes.
Yes. It was
Where
on
was that at?
It was on Route 66, and it was there during Route 66. You know,
Okay.
it was like a frozen, like a Dairy Queen, but you know, it
I'm
was
up
very
there ordering
famous.
ice cream. They don't have ice cream.
Yeah, it was very, very famous. Real good. And,
Real good.
We got our picture taken in front of the Route 66 sign
Yep.
and
I
the
saw them.
diner lights and all that. And then we headed to Old Chain of Rocks Bridge. Isn't that what it was
I
called?
think so.
Yes.
It crosses the Mississippi River.
Yes.
right?
Mississippi River from Missouri into Illinois.
Missouri to Illinois. That's right. About midway. You
Yes.
go from one state to another.
Yes.
So it's an old bridge that cars used to drive over. Now people just bike over it and walk over it. So we park our vehicle
Right.
and we walk across this bridge. And,
It's actually over a mile long one way.
right.
And it's one of the longest biking pedestrian bridges in the world.
Wow.
It's not the, they just said one,
One
of
of
the, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so we're having a great time,
Great
taking
time,
pictures.
sweating like crazy.
Yeah, it was hot, but it was
It was
fun.
hot.
It was a lot of fun.
Wasn't it?
I thought it was a lot
I
of fun.
think he did too.
Yeah, he wasn't having fun, but he was not complaining.
I was not
But
complaining.
Going
He's-
through paper towels like crazy.
Yeah, yeah. You have
Wiping.
to be a little fit to walk. You know, there was an incline that we had to
Yeah, that's
go
like
up.
1 or 2 degrees. It was huge.
Yeah,
So anyway,
he was struggling.
so we get all done. We're all excited. And we come off the bridge, and Doug unlocks the vehicle, and I open the passenger side front door, and I'm like, the glove box is open. Then I look on the passenger front seat, and all the stuff that was in the compartment between the seats was on that seat. I'm like, daggone. You know, and then I look up, and the windows broke out. The driver's side back window. Glass everywhere. I can't believe a piece of glass this big by this big could shatter in so many zillions of pieces.
Right. My first thought was somebody just threw a brick through our window. I
Right.
never thought theft. I don't know why. I guess because I've never been a victim of theft,
Right.
so it just never crossed my mind. I just thought some smart person threw a brick through our window.
Dissatisfied customer.
Yeah.
Followed you.
Follows. So anyway, we had a few things stolen. I guess first my iPad. I had a microphone for Catch It Live. I had a laptop, our little MiFi card, my little daily planner. That's the thing I missed the most because it had all kinds of dates from years and years and years.
That
of
was
things.
special to you.
Yeah, people who got married or died or special events. I would rewrite it every year.
Yes.
Anyway, what else did we lose? We lost this thing that when you're riding down the road, you put your laptop on. It has these little fans so it doesn't make your legs so hot.
Right.
We lost that. And,
The coin thing in between your seats.
yeah, you know the thing.
Little change
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Yep. That. Oh, my wireless
They were
mouse.
thorough. That's good.
They were
Yeah.
very thorough. My wireless mouse. I had one of these zipper up things with all kinds of papers in it, all my receipts for the credit cards so far on the trip. Took that. And but the one thing they left, which was kind of nice, was a mouse pad that had my grandkids' pictures on it.
Right. They would have had to taken that out of the bag. It's like they had a little bit of a heart because they seen this mouse pad and it had his grandkids' pictures on it, and so they left it.
Huh.
It was
Yeah.
It was kind of bizarre.
It was bizarre.
Yeah.
So then they took Denise's purse, which had her phone in it.
Yes. About
Her driver's
$70.
license, about $70, and her purse about $700, and
It's a $10 Walmart purse. Okay.
All right. So anyway, the purse.
That's
the
what you told
wallet.
the insurance company.
Well, I'm not sure if National Grange is watching this. Anyway, no, we don't do it right.
Yeah.
So anyway, they took her Bible.
Yes.
Wow.
They took her. At least we
Journal.
know they weren't atheists
No.
if they took the Bible.
Right.
Took her journal.
So
My
was it in your purse or did they
It was-
just
it was
take
in
it?
another bag.
Right. It was in
Okay.
another bag.
Yeah.
But they looked through it some because they had taken out my comb, which was in
They
a
left
bag.
her comb?
I guess they figured
They thought it was mine.
They didn't want. There was no need to take the comb.
Right.
And but I had my journal, and my journal. Every day during my daily devotionals, I write to the Lord. I always start out, "Dear Jesus," and then I just tell what's on my heart, or if I learned something new, or if a scripture stood out, just personal stuff. This past summer, our dog had passed away, so I wrote about that, and my horse passed away a month or two beforehand, so I was writing my feelings on that, and but it's I find it interesting. I look back every once in a while. I have like 40 journals throughout the years.
Wow.
I've been doing this since like 1998. And I look back and I could just see my growth in the Lord through the years, how my writing has changed and I've become a little more mature. And there's pictures of Jim on the floor with the grandkids and us when the when Venus was going through the sun, me and Jim have these goggles on and we're looking at it, So the person, and this is what gave me peace, because actually immediately after we realized it, I wasn't angry because I just knew God was going to bring something good out of it. And in my Bible, I went to Dagsboro Church of God for a while, and they had given us a mustard seed, and I had it taped in there. And, the mustard seed is if you have the faith of a mustard seed, just that much is all it takes, and the Lord works on that much faith,
As little as it is.
As little as it is. And I had always, as I do these, thinking someday, maybe it's my great-grandkids or maybe, whatever, they're going to find them up in the attic. Somebody's going to read these journals, and I hope somebody gets saved from it. And so when And so I just believe that somebody's going to open that journal. May not be the guy that stole the stuff. He may throw it out the window or whatever. But somebody, those journals in that Bible is going to fall into somebody's hands, and their life is going to be changed because they're going to see what it's like to have a life and a walk with the Lord, and they're going to want that. And that's what I believe. So I was okay at peace with it, after losing all that. But anyway, so I lost my card reader to my
Cell phone.
my cell phone, yeah. But our friends lost a lot too.
Right, and then Doug and Robin, she had her purse stolen, and on the trip, Doug had his car keys and Robin had hers, and Doug said, hey, Robin, just put these in your purse. So they have a Lincoln Navigator and a Ford pickup, and both sets of keys to both vehicles were in her purse. So both of them vehicles have all the electronic stuff and everything. So
Chip in the key and all
Yeah,
that.
they lost a Nikon camera,
They
big Nikon camera.
$450 in cash.
Wow.
Yeah.
Driver's licenses, credit cards.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Stuff like that. But you know what's amazing? We canceled Denise's credit cards, and we had new ones the next morning at Bridgeville.
Wow.
They didn't want us to miss a day spending.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right. But we're in St. Louis. But anyway, so we had that happen, and that was quite an experience. And then during the trip, we went to a place called Joyce Meyer Ministries. A lot of people know Joyce Meyer.
She's my mentor.
She's Denise's mentor.
You actually sponsor her segment on the bridge.
Yes, I do. I forgot about that.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so we went there and we had a tour, and we realized she has like 900 and some employees, 600 and some in the United States.
Can you imagine that?
I can't imagine it. Wonderful tour, wonderful facility. We got to see her studios where she makes things. She's actually contemplating like a TV show, a regular daily show. But anyway, we take this tour, maybe an hour, hour and a half, and when we're done, they said, we got some gifts for you. And they gave Robin and Doug a bag, and they gave Brandon's wife, Megan, a bag, and gave Denise one. And in it is a book. And right on the front of the book, guess what it says?
What?
Forgiveness. The book is all about forgiveness. And we're like, boy, how appropriate, Lord.
I thought you were going. I thought you were going to say they gave you all your stuff back.
No, no. But it was a really great tour, a really great time, and then the lady that was our tour guide prayed with us, and so on. So we're just believing that stuff that got stolen. In other words, we don't own anything. Everything we have is a gift from God. We're just entrusted with it, to manage it. And at this point, we're just hoping that the things that those people got will be a blessing to them. They were a blessing to us while we had them. So, but it's amazing. You lose your laptop and you lose your thing, and it's just it does kind of get on your nerves just a little bit. But it didn't take me long, and we got a window the next day by 1 o'clock. We had a new window in the truck, and we were on our way. So
So Joyce Myers is looking to start a TV show. Now, did you talk to her and try to get her to do it on Catch It Live?
at Jimmy's Grill.
At Jimmy's Grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know that's going to happen. Okay, one more thing on the way home.
Yes, this was great.
This was great. We went to the Ohio Renaissance Festival. This is 8 weeks long. This was their 23rd year of doing it. And they have all kinds of things. Now, I kept thinking we're going to see a beheading. A beheading.
Barbaric.
No beheadings, okay? But they did do the jousting.
Yeah.
And they really hit each other. And the
Wow.
big long pole busted and everything. But it turns out one of the guys in the jousting was on some TV show or something.
They've got a jousting TV show on
Yeah, and he's the
Discovery
guy
Channel
on
or
it.
History or something.
Yeah.
Really?
So that, and then they had these guys that did something in the mud. What'd they do?
Yeah, we didn't stay for that. I wouldn't mention
That was kinda-
But we
okay.
did see sword fighting. Some of it was a little dark for us. Okay, I don't know
Yeah.
how else to say it. It wasn't Christian-like, but most of it we didn't feel threatened or anything.
Right,
Everybody
but
had a good
they had
attitude.
a lot of dragons with wings.
Yeah,
and
none of that's our
stuff
kind
like
of
that.
stuff.
I've never seen a
know?
dragon with wings. Every
So-
dragon I've seen
we
have
just,
wings.
So we just
got little
walked.
tiny ones.
Yeah, so we just walked past that. The jousting was interesting, and I really focused on how well they took care of their horses.
Yes.
Were they going to abuse them? Were they going to run them to death? And they really were. Like they only jousted like 4 times, and then they said we're going to.
Because like when all that foam was coming
No,
out of
they
his mouth,
didn't.
like
They didn't have foam. You could tell they loved their horses. They patted them on the neck and told them they were good. You can tell somebody that just runs.
And
the
they told
horse.
us Like they sell the broken pieces of the jousting sticks for $5 each,
Mm-hmm.
and they said to us if we buy them, they'll put that $5 towards taking care of the horses.
I believe that. I believed
Okay.
it. I mean, they put a lot of training, got a lot of money into those horses.
You believe that thing landed on the moon, don't you?
I do believe in the moon landings.
Okay.
I love the moon landings.
All right. Well, anyway, so we went to the Renaissance Festival.
He's so skeptical of all the space stuff, isn't
He
he?
is.
So anyway, and
It was,
then
it was a good trip.
man, we ate at Steak and Shake. Steak, man, I must have had one of everything on the menu.
Yeah.
Brooks
By the
is
time
giving
we were
2
done.
thumbs up for
We were
Steak
getting.
and
I
Shake.
was getting sick of Steak and Shake.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And then on the way home, we didn't just come home. We were dead tired.
Correct.
But we ended up going past our home and heading to Christiana Mall
Yeah.
to the Apple Store to buy a new iPad.
There's T.S. Smith's is right up here in Bridgeville. You could have just stopped there.
T.S. Smith.
Yeah, that's the Apple Store.
Oh,
You went all the way
you
to
had
Newark.
me. You got me. I'm thinking.
Then
he
you
must
went
not
and
know
drove
what
by
I'm talking
Pfeiffer's.
about.
Right.
But it was good. It was a good trip.
It was a good trip.
Yeah.
And then where did we eat? Bahama Breeze.
Yeah, we went to. I've never been to Bahama Breeze.
Every time we filled the truck up, it was like $100.
Yeah.
So you got.
We saw gas as high as $3.91 and as low as $3.50 something.
Wow. So did you eat nothing but turkey club, bacon club sandwiches the whole
No,
time?
not all of
We
it.
did go to Ruth Chris one time.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Chris,
that was right
yeah.
in the hotel
And
you
I
stayed
wanted
at.
to go back again. Oh, we went to a ball game.
Oh
Bush
yeah. Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah, Bush. The Cardinals.
Yep.
St. Louis
We
Cardinals.
saw the field.
It was pouring rain.
It was pouring rain.
Got rained out.
No, they had the game. It got done at what, 2 or 3 in the
Yeah,
morning?
we sat in our seats, because we wanted to see the field from our seats. We
Feel
got
the rain on our
pictures of
face.
we got pictures of us. We all ate hot dogs and all that stuff. But it was raining. It didn't look like it was going to let up. It was already like an hour past, so we all left. The next day, we find out that the game started like 9 or 9:30, and they ended up having to go into extra innings, and it ended at 2 or 2:30 in the morning. So
Did you go to Grant's Farm?
no,
You didn't. Okay.
we did not. What was that?
That was Ulysses S. Grant's
yeah.
farm. That.
I thought that was up at Thompsonville.
the Bush family, or Augustus Bush, or whatever it is,
Really?
Anheuser-Busch bought.
Okay.
So
No, we
it's
did
pretty
not
neat.
do that.
So
I run them
next
ragged
time.
though. I can really pack some things into
Yeah.
a trip. Yeah.
So
We went to a big dinner at a fancy restaurant. We went to a dinner where a trailer company
We
said
were not dressed
we're
correctly.
invited, and it was called Tony's. We're thinking a pizza place.
Right. So we're all
So
dressed.
we're all
in
dressed rather casual.
Real
And
casual.
we look at the people going in the place, and they are all suit and ties.
Yeah. Decked
We're like,
out.
there's no way this can be the place for a bunch of trailer dealers. So I go in and I ask the guy, and they're like, oh, it's over this room over here. You know,
And you
but-
asked if we could come in dressed like we
yeah,
were.
and he said, sure. But it was a great dinner, boy. It was really something. And then they gave away all these gifts, and
Yeah.
we get a $100 gift card, a $25
Yeah.
American Express traveler's check.
wow.
Everybody in the room got
But you paid
something.
$200 for that hat you gave me, right?
What hat? Yes,
Yes.
I did. All right, so we had a good trip. We had a
Good
good
trip.
time. It was 8 days in a vehicle.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
It was wonderful and long.
Denise was saying, what would you notice the tires and wheels were missing?
I know. I mean,
I'd
when you
bought a
think
brand
about
new vehicle.
on that
I'd have
bridge,
been done at that
I
point.
mean, we could have been killed or hurt. You know, they
Right.
could have stole the vehicle or left it laying on the ground and took the tires or busted all the windows. You know how you see those
Wait, they
pictures
didn't rip
in New
nothing?
York?
I think they climbed in the window. I really do.
Didn't even open the door.
I don't think they did. I really don't. But they got everything
They did get it. Well, not everything. We had a
Yeah.
bag in the back
with a bunch of knives.
with almost $300 because we bought knives for other people that wanted them.
Like
they knew
these
we
kinda
were going
knives,
in. Well, they
carving
were
knives.
like
Okay.
kitchen knives.
Oh, okay.
Kitchen knives. Almost $300
You've
worth
told him
of
what he's
knives.
getting for Christmas. All right, go ahead.
You
And
got-
it was in a bag, and now they were in a box, but
They didn't take
they
it.
didn't take it. I don't know why, but yet they were back there because that's where Doug and Robin's camera was. And they also, we had a bag with jumper cables
They
and like
took our
emergency.
snacks too.
Oh yeah, they took our bag. They took
That's
our
what
bag.
you were most mad about, wasn't
Yes,
it?
they took our bag with all our snacks, but they didn't take the jumper cables or $300 worth of Werther's knives.
Right.
Yeah, we
Well,
don't
they thought
know.
about throwing them knives in their pockets and thought better of it. So.
Anyway.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I think we're about out of time.
We got to
All
wrap
right.
this up.
Are you gonna go do something?
I'm going to go do something. You may go do something with
I
me.
might, yeah.
All right. I'm going to head over to Eric Bodenweiser's campaign headquarters in
Now,
Georgetown.
that is downtown.
Georgetown, right over, not far from McGee Motors there. And
Yes.
so I'm going to go down there and check that out, and I'm going to be calling into Dan Gaffney on Delaware 105.9 to report what's going on there. So
Okay.
they have somebody at Joe Booth's
What
headquarters
is Eric
also.
Bodeweiser doing?
He has a primary today. He's running for the 19th Senate
That's
District.
right. I got to get out and vote. What time does the polls close?
We have
8
voted,
o'clock.
Jim. We have
8
voted.
o'clock.
You already voted.
He did.
But he's got to vote again. Make sure who he voted for wins.
Right.
So, okay, well, this is a really good show. I want to thank Al Weir.
Yep.
He's the director of the Home of the
He
Brave.
just came, but he just came more or less as an individual.
Right, but he also was mentioning Home of the
He is
Brave.
involved with Home of the Brave.
Right, yeah, and if you have any money to donate, or if you have
Or
time
ideas,
or anything, give him a call at 629-4141. Any help that organization can get, I'm
And I
sure
want
they
to
would
say thank you
appreciate
to
it.
Anthony Joseph. He puts so much effort into that.
He does.
Thank you,
We
Anthony.
try to trip him up, but he does a great job. He really does.
I don't know how he stays concentrated sitting
I
next to
don't
you.
know.
You
It's
really
easy.
do.
He's a professional is why. We're
That's-
amateurs.
Right.
He is a
And
professional.
professionals don't get tripped up by
That's true.
amateurs.
Right.
So,
Brooks
but he's
Ritter.
gonna be broadcasting the,
Yes, the
Milford
games.
and who else? Who's Milford? Milford and Indian
Indian
River
River.
game, football game this Friday night. Go to
Yep.
SFM. That's Sam Frank Mary Sports.net. We're gonna put a link on
CatchItLive.com.
CatchItLive.com's website. So we just got to work to get that on there before Friday. So.
Yes. And other than that, we thank Brooks Ritter for his help.
And thanks
We
to
thank
Jimmy's
Jimmy's
Grill for letting us.
Michelle did a
do
great
this here.
job. And we will be back on the air again Friday morning,
Friday morning.
5:30 in the morning, with Dan Gaffney Show. So tune that in, or make plans to come and hang out with us Friday morning at Jimmy's Grill. We're here from 5:30 to 10,
Mhm.
and we have a special offer for you. If you will buy us breakfast, we will eat it.
We will eat it, yeah. And we might even eat it all. Now, the video of the week, are we going to be able to do that, Brooks, or are we having some problems? I think we've got some technical difficulties with the video of the week here.
Earring
That
is bothering me.
Yeah, what, earring? Is it going to work, or? Okay, we're going to give Brooks
All
just
right.
a second here.
And
So,
sometimes with Brooks, that could mean 10 minutes, but
yeah. So what we're
Anyway.
going to do is we're going to go to a commercial here, and we just want to thank you. But check out this video of the week. It's really good, and a lot of you might know it. So, oh, wait a minute. We might not go to commercial. It might be ready to go already.
that's unbelievable.
Brooks is pretty quick. He's on it.
unbelievable. I spent 8 days with his mom, and I just never knew he was such a great guy.
He
She
just-
just loves him to death.
Totally efficient, isn't he? Just
He
really
is.
efficient. So we are stalling for him right now because he's
Yes, we are.
not quite
Denise,
as
you did a
efficient
good
as he
job.
thought.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
he's
for
ready
letting
to
me
go.
speak.
He's ready to go.
Here
Here's
it
our
is.
Video of the week.
Let's go. Turn her up, Brooks.
Okay, so the
already know, and he said he'll know around 8:30 or so. So I'll watch Earl's post on Facebook later.
Right.
Or-
So you'll be here Friday?
I will be.
You got her ticket?
Yeah, I got him